Hi, this is Dave with the Bolduc Realty Group. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today's December 2nd. We're going to be talking today about, I'm going to rearrange the way that I do the first video each month, which is the Connecticut deep dive. I'm going to use the same template, the same leading indicators that a lot of industry professionals use to assess the real estate market, and that's foreclosures, inventory, lending practices, and employment. So file is what I'm going to call it. So we're going to go through that. Before we get into that YouTube algorithm, please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, throw some comments down below. I do respond to all of them and do appreciate the feedback. And yeah, I did bump my head on a showing down in a basement in an old house. I got a little infection now, so we're in good shape though. So let's talk about the current market. So we have 5,136 homes on the market. It's down 198 from last week alone. We've got 48 coming soon. Now, this is not a surprise. As we go into the winter months, we do expect to see the number of houses on the market drop off. Fewer new listings, all that stuff. So that's not a surprise. We have 3,062 closings in November. That's the tentative numbers. It'll firm up as the days go on. We're down from about 3,400 in October. So again, not a surprise. We do see a few fewer closings. So let's talk about file. Let's talk about foreclosures first. You can see in this chart, which comes from the Connecticut Housing and Development website, that we have from 2008 on a pretty good history of what foreclosures have looked like. And 2008 and forward, there was a lot of activity because we had the housing crisis. Started to tail down in the teens there, and you can see March of 2020 came to an almost complete stop. A few here and there, but for the most part stopped. That's when the foreclosure moratorium was put in place. July 31st, 2021 is when the moratorium was lifted, and you can see from August on, the numbers really haven't changed that much. Foreclosures are not a concern for me. I think a lot of this goes to the success of the forbearance program, and I've done a lot of videos on that. I can throw some links down below. Talking about inventory. So I already told you what the number was on the market, 5,136. You can see new listings are coming down from about 150 a day down to about 75 a day. Again, not a surprise. We're going into the winter, and I would expect to see fewer listings every day. Back on the market, slowing down. I think that's just because the activity's slowing down. So that's in line. Price reductions look like they might be coming down. Not sure. As I said before, I think the price reductions are related to people were pricing houses very aggressively after the last couple of years, and they've continued to do so. And they're finding that the buyers just aren't there, so they're having to bring their prices back down toward more of where we are in this flat position. Let's talk about lending now. Primary mortgage market survey is 6.49%. I did see a 6.29 today on another site, so we're seeing it come down. That's because we had a couple of inflation reads they were still inflation, but there was a little bit less than what was expected, so that was seen as positive. But then today, we're going to talk about this in the employment. We saw the job numbers come out stronger than what was expected. Because the job numbers are stronger than what's expected, now you've got these conflicting metrics that the Fed uses, and we'll have to see what the Fed is going to do. There is a lot of concern that the Fed is going to continue with the stronger rate hikes, which means that the mortgage rates might go back up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. The last one is the employment numbers. 263,000 in November, jobs added. The forecast is for about 200,000. So it's about 31% stronger or higher than what was expected. Again, the Fed is going to have to assess this and decide what they're going to do. But this indicates the economy is still strong. What I would say is I'm watching this number probably the closest, as if these employment numbers drop and then start going into negative territory where people are losing their jobs, that's where I would start getting really worried that we're going to start seeing some housing issues. Let's wrap it up with a little bit of winter preparation. I caught myself on this one. Make sure if every hose connection that you have outside, that you turn the valve off on the inside of the house. On the pipe going to the valve, it should be inside the house. Turn that off. Disconnect the hose and any splitters, because then it's just going to save you a lot of trouble come this spring, and also it's going to save you from a potential burst pipe during the winter. You do not want that. Hopefully this is of some value to you. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a great day.